Good morning and welcome to another morning fast break. This is Holy Week. This is the week where we celebrate what our faith is all about. And I want to share with you this week from the seven last sayings. I know there are only 5 days during the week, but I believe that I'm either going to record twice on a couple of these days or I'm going to save the last ones till Friday. I don't know yet, totally for sure, but we're going to do all these seven last sayings on this week. So let's start with the first one, and I hope God blesses you as we talk about the last things that Jesus said as he was departing the earth, and in the midst of sacrificing himself for our sin. The very first thing Jesus says in Luke, the 23rd chapter, the 34th verse, was, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." This is Jesus being advocate. Jesus standing before God and pleading our case, deciding to say that even in the midst of this agony and this trouble, that there is something bigger that I am about. There's something more that I'm about. There's something that my life is about that extends beyond the trauma that they are putting me through. And that is the power of grace, God's activated grace. On one hand, Jesus is our advocate. He is doing what he's assigned to do. But on the other hand, Jesus is our example. For he says to us that even while they lay their hands on him, while they are beating and abusing him, while they are unjustly damaging him, leading him even to death, he stands ready to extend grace. Now, understand, when Jesus asks for forgiveness for them, he asks for all of them that are in this situation. This is big for us because many times we can forgive certain things that people do, certain parts that they play, but we're not always ready to forgive them, all of them. Think about this, if you will. Jesus does not just forgive those who are participating in the system that is oppressing him, but he forgives the system or them that are part of the system. Those who marched him from court hall to court hall, those who marched him before Pilate, those who marched him before authorities that had no authority over him. He forgives them too. He forgives Peter, who follows him from afar off. He forgives him too. He forgives Judas for the part that he even plays in his execution. This is not a question that I make, or it's not a statement that I make about eternity. I don't know what God's judgment was for Judas. The Bible says it was better that he not been born. But what I do know is that Jesus applied forgiveness, petitioned God for even his forgiveness. Which says to us this: we have power to extend grace, even to the most undeserving of people. And Jesus encourages us to do so because we have always been on either side of the coin. And the truth of the matter is we've been on both sides of the coin, either victim or perpetrator or victim. And God's grace has been consistent in our life, whether we were wronging someone or being wronged. And the question is, will I activate God's grace when it's so obvious that they're doing me wrong? The last thing I want to share with you is this, because there's something else to be said about this that I think is powerful. Jesus says, for they know not what they do. There are people who are playing a part in your life that are not aware of the fact that they are actually participating in the will of God for your life. They don't know. They think they're hurting you. They think they're harming you. But there's something more that they're doing to bring out a better you, to bring out another side of who you are, another part of what God's making you to be. They don't know what they're doing. Think about this, if you will. If they were aware that they had their hands on the Son of God, would they have finished and provided us a way to have extended grace? If they were aware that he was truly an innocent man, surely someone would say this is undeserving. If they were aware of what was going to happen as a result of all of this, the enemy himself would say, I can't participate in this. I can't let them die, because that means that all of them will get to live. But they don't always know what they're doing. They think they know. They think they're stopping you. They think they're ending you. They think they're destroying your potential, but they have no idea what God is going to release and how God's going to use you to even bring about such a great move, even in the world. Jesus says, forgive them. Extend grace to them. They're ignorant. Extend grace to them. They don't understand the part they're playing. Extend grace to them. They don't know what's really getting ready to happen, even for them. I'll see you tomorrow for another morning fast break. Be blessed.